Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to continue the lectures of differentiation, and today our topic is differentiation of trigonometric function. Let's take some trigonometric function. Let we have let y equals to sin x, as sin x, cos x, tan x. These are the trigonometric functions. So uh, in the same method, by first principle method, by ab initio method, we have to follow that. The first step is that giving small increment on both sides. So what will become as it will be y plus delta y equals to sine of x plus delta x, because the increment is to x, not sine of x. Sometimes some people write sine of here instead of this, some write sine of x plus sine of delta x. If they are proceeding like this is wrong. You don't have to follow it, because we are giving increment to variable y and we are giving to increment to variable x. So it will become as delta y equals to sine of a, that is sine of x plus delta x minus y, equals to simply sine of x plus delta x, and instead of y we will take as sine of x. After it we are gonna solve a bit. It is, we are using a formula here. Use formula which is as sine of a minus sine of b. Sine a minus sine b is, that's 2 times cos of a plus b by 2 into sine of a minus b divided by 2. This is the formula. So using this formula here, what we will get, delta y equals to, this is a, this whole is a, this x is b. So it is 2 times cos of a plus b. It will be x plus delta x, that is a plus x divided by 2, and then it will be sine of a minus b. A is x plus delta x minus x by 2. So what will become as 2 times cos of x and x, that's 2x plus delta x by 2 into sine of delta x by 2. It's like that. Now we are having delta y equals to 2 times cos of, this 2 is going to leave this, it will become as x plus delta x by 2 into sine of delta x by 2. Now after it we are having the step dividing both sides by delta x, dividing both sides by delta x. So what will become as, it will become as delta y by delta x equal to, we put like this, 2 times cos of x plus delta x by 2 into sine of delta x by 2. Now we have to divide, we have to wholly divide by delta x, but I will divide it here because it is a multiplication. I can divide anyway. Now once we have divided it here, now I will use in the next step, I can put it like this, equals to 2 times cos of x plus delta x by 2 into sine of del x by 2 over delta x. I will make here divided by 2 and into multiplication by 2. 2 and 2 leaves, it will be this, but this and this will leave, so that it will become as like this. What will become as, it will become as cos of x plus delta x by 2 into sine of delta x by 2 over delta x by 2. So now proceeding forward, what we'll do, we'll put it like this. It is, we can now write since increments are, since increments are very small, so take limits on both sides. What will we write? Limit of delta x tends to 0, del y over del x equals to limit of delta x tends to 0, cos of x plus delta x by 2 into sine of delta x by 2 whole divided by delta x by 2. Now I will put it like this. In physics, this term, I will put it here, I will finish it out, it will be dy by dx. Now we are having limit as those two terms whole. I will put it like this. I will give separate limit separately. I will provide them limits. Limit of delta x tends to 0. First I will write this cos of x plus delta x by 2 into limit of delta x tends to 0. It is sine of delta x by 2 over delta x by 2. Now we are having a limit here. We know what we know. Limit of x tends to 0, sine x over x, that equals to 1, which we have to remember. Limit of x tends to 0, sine x by x. Just try to understand it. It is not actually this, but here it is 0. If I will put 0, it will be sine 0 by 0. You have to remember it equals to 1, but actually that is not equal to 1. It is limit of x tends to 0, sine x by x equal to 1. Here it is delta x by 2. Whatever is in the theta, same is here in the division. If you will put here 0, it will be 0 by 2, that will be 0. Here it will be 0 by 2, that will be 0. So this resides with this resembles with this. So it will be dy by dx is equal to, wherever there is delta x, just use 0 here. It will be cos of x plus 0 into simply 1. That is simply cos of x. So dy by dx is equal to what? Cos of x, which implies d by dx of sin x is equal to what? Cos x, which you have to remember. So this is how we are going to solve. We'll take the differentiation of sin x. Now if we will have some other dy, if now we will have y equals to sine of 2x, so it will be d by dx of y, that is sine of 2x, equals to, first we have to differentiate the sin x. Now the differentiation of sin x is cos x, so we have to put it cos of 2x into, we have to differentiate this 2x, d by dx of 2x, that is simply 2, that is 2 cos of 2x. In coming lectures I will show you again. Just go through it. Till then, Allah Hafiz.